Hey, what's up, good people? Just stopping in really quickly to let you guys know what's going on. It's 100 degrees here, guys, so I'm really trying to stay cool. I was out in the sun, but listen, there's satellites showing that at least 6 U.S. bombers are en route, actually. So these are B-2 bombers, okay? And they are leaving the U.S., heading to Guam to position themselves. And it was verified by satellite, all right? And so, you know, to another country, that is an act of war, though nothing's been fired yet. And so the Middle East is a very complicated place to be in a war. And so we have to, pray that this doesn't escalate, though the talks have fallen apart. So there's a lot of de-escalation going on, right? And so Iran is not bagging down off of, their arms race. They're not bagging down. They're not going to be giving up anything. It doesn't seem like it. And our president is growing weary, of course. He said 2 weeks. He said 2 weeks. He said by 2 weeks, right? And of course, you should never tell somebody exactly when you're going to do something, right? So that's one of the things that's going on. Whether you think the leader of Iran is wrong, or whether you think Israel is wrong, okay? Some say that, the leader of Israel, I'm trying not to say certain words to trigger certain things because they've been getting on our cases here on YouTube. Whether you think the leader of Israel is a warmonger, okay, or you think that religiously we're supposed to stand with them, or whether you think Iran is wrong or we're supposed to stand with them, we're just praying. Me personally, I'm just praying that this whole situation de-escalates, okay? That's where I am with it. I hope it de-escalates, because at the end of the day, a lot of innocent people get destroyed. Unfortunately, war is not good. It's never been good. And let's just leave that where it is, all right? Let's not get into the political aspect of it, because right now nothing has been fired. It's just positioning, all right? I'm gonna let this down because the phone gets hot now that it's so hot. But let's talk about the market, okay? So let's pray for those countries. Let's pray for peace in that area, right? We got that in the way and out of the way, because there's stuff that is more important than money. And life is more important than money. But this is a financial page, so let's talk about it. Right, so just on yesterday, because I had a feeling, good people, my timing with this is just, it's pretty decent. And yesterday I said, things always happen on the weekend. And so when I speak, good people, there's a lot of money to be made. I said, things always happen on the weekend. I was talking about Tesla yesterday, and but I was saying that this war could ratchet up and ramp up. And there's always things that take place on the weekends. They always wait for the weekends, Saturday, Sunday, right? So I will tell you that if you are the president of a country and your enemy's friend was sending help over, I would take that as an act of war. And so that's how that's going to be read. You've heard the threats from Iran, okay? They were pretty, straightforward. But you have to understand this, and this has to do with your stocks and crypto, which is crypto selling off right now at 102. You got to understand this, that here in America, our thoughts, the way we go about things, are hundreds of years old, under 300 years, okay? But then you dealing with the Middle East, and the way they do things are thousands of years old, okay? And so it's a different mindset. So what's logical to you and us here in the US is not for all countries. So you cannot trade based on your feelings. You better step back, put your feelings on the back burner, and look at what's going on, all right? So what's going on is that we are in. We never have to fire a shot, but just us sending B-2 bombers over in the region and positioning ourselves to potentially take out missiles and that type of stuff, or even if we bring those bombers and land it to Iran, not Iran, but Israel. Even if we just show support for Israel, that's an act of war, okay, according to Iran. And so let's keep our eyes open. Let's see what the markets are going to do. Let's see what happens on Sundays. Now, the pre-markets will be up Sunday afternoon, and we want to see what the pre-markets are telling us. Sorry, I'm putting this air on us because the phone is getting too hot already. We got to see what the pre-markets are telling us Sunday afternoon. Okay, good people? Sunday afternoon, we're going to see what the pre-markets are telling us. If they are down and you got calls, you may be in trouble. Okay? So let's just keep our eye on it. Now, as it pertains to crypto, I'm going to talk about that a little more tomorrow, have a little better view of what's going on. At the time of filming this, we're talking about 102. Crypto is cooling off and it's heading south and not north, and that's scary. And I'm telling you, like I said on yesterday, I have stopped buying, like dip buying. I got my DCA going, dollar cost average going, but I'm going to freeze that Monday. And I'm just going to continue to cash up. I got a lot of cash in there, and I'm going to wait, because the truth of the matter is we could be heading back down to 94, and we could have a flash crash if something happens. Now, if Iran does something crazy and, try to fire at one of our bombers, unfortunately, it's wartime, right? And so it doesn't matter who the president is. Let me say this. It doesn't matter who the president is. The rest of this world don't care. They care about what's going on with them and their positioning, right? And so here we are on the brink of war again. And I hope again and pray that it de-escalates. And whether, Israel is just being overly aggressive and just, or whether you believe that Israel has the right to do what they're doing and wipe out their enemy, who also wants them wiped out. I get it. Trust me. I get the whole story. I see both sides. And as a Christian, and I know what we're supposed to do. So we don't have to comment on that. But what I do want to comment on is, what do you plan on doing with your stocks and or crypto? Okay. So I am already bearish towards the end of this month. Like I've been telling you guys, I says, yeah, we've been making money and all of that, and that's been good. And we haven't been overly bearish. So we've been making great money, especially for those of you that are in Stock Up You. But I expected a pullback anyway. Not because of this. I don't have a crystal ball. I expected a cool off at the end of the month anyway. And we're heading there. Second half of the month, especially last week of the month. Don't know when, don't know the day nor the hour. But I'm expecting a pullback. So you do what's best for you, right? I got a lot of positions I'm definitely not selling. And I don't think the pullback will be deep or long. All right. So you have to make a decision for yourself. But it's traditionally this month, the second half of this month is not good. All right. So I just want to leave it right there, let you guys know what's going on. And again, if you want to stay up on everything that's going on very quickly, then click the link below, join Money Moves, and let's make money together. Right. Let's pray for peace, good people. Before you leave a comment, I pray for peace. All right. And so should you. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Live, love, laugh, and learn.